Welcome, everyone, to the Human Owning the Whole Loop. My name is Bhakti, and I have my fellow podcast mate here, Todd Rawlings. Todd, where are you today?
Hey, Bhakti. It's great to join you today. I am in Redmond, Washington, and we're having one of those rare sunny days here. Rains a lot up here, but not too hot, only in the 80s. And I've been working on a variety of different AI startups, and I'm happy to share more with you on those different things. But I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
It is my pleasure. I am very grateful that you're here. Actually, I am here because of you, and we'll get more into that in a bit. Thank you for taking the time. The reason why we connected here is that many people are experiencing uncertainty, feeling overwhelmed, navigating transitions, and disoriented by this whole AI. There is worry that human experiences is going to be lost. College students are experiencing challenges entering the workforce, and you've heard it many times, all of this. So, how are we going?
Absolutely. I even saw recently how some of the leaders in the AI world have given commencement speeches, right,
Yeah.
to the different colleges and received boos. And the college kids are just so nervous about the future ahead of them. And yeah, it's to be expected that this whole contract that we've had where you get good grades, you go to college, you get your degree or your advanced degree, and there's a job waiting for you. That's starting to go away, or in many cases has gone away. So who wouldn't feel nervous about that, right?
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of these stories. But at the same time, there's also that train that has been moving for some time. The key thing is, how are we going to preserve that connection that we have as humans while this is happening around us?
Yeah, why
And
don't you talk a little bit more about how you came up with the title? Because I really like it. And of course, I love the acronym that it makes.
yeah, the reason I took this big step, because this is pretty big for me, creating this podcast, because I deeply believe through honest conversations about human stories, we can take small steps, live, learn, and work alongside AI. This first episode is about our connection, Todd, and how we connected and had that human experience. You had said, hey, you should do a podcast. So after thinking about it and getting a chance to work with you, which I'm so excited about, I really wanted to be about the human. When AI, you hear about human in the loop. This is about human owning the whole loop. Break that down, you've got HOWL. It's really important that we come together in a pack and we humans howl and own the whole loop. I strongly feel that if we talk about the stories, we express these moments that are human and continue to do that, we can use AI as a tool, but own it from a human standpoint and decide how much of it we want and how much of it we don't. But if we don't come together as a pack, then I am worried. And that is why I want to do this, is that it's really important to me that we howl together. So you're going to hear me howl a lot in here.
It's good.
And I hope at some point we get to howl together, because that's what it's going to be about, is I want the human owning the whole loop.
I like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love the story. And it's true because I think a lot of people, as we discussed earlier, there are nervous about it. But once you start to learn how to use the AI, how you can own it, it's freeing in many respects. It's like learning a new tool. Remember the first time you started using a computer and it really started to help you.
Yeah.
I grew up, we were still using manual typewriters, right? And you made a mistake and you had to go get it out, and oh my God. And so the first time I saw the word processor,
Yeah.
it was like, wow. And then it could print out on a piece of paper So entering into this same new world of tools doing wonderful things for us, as long as we know how to use them and know how to own that whole loop. So yeah, I really like this concept.
Thank you, Todd. And you know what? This first episode, we're going to start with how you and I, are owning the whole loop and how we connected.
Yeah.
And so, Todd, I had recently been checking LinkedIn and going in there, going through scrolling, and it's been a while since we've connected. And I saw your name and I'm like, oh, I remember Todd. And I saw what you were doing. You were asking for a pivoting story. And I loved that you were onto something. So I did the whole thumbs up, Todd, and kept scrolling. And then as I'm scrolling, I'm thinking, wait a minute, I have a pivoting story to share. Why don't I reach out to Todd? And so I went back and I said, hey, Todd, congratulations. This is great. Let me know if you want me to share my story. And that part that I'm talking about, where we were humans, is what we need to all keep doing more of.
Yes.
And from that, you and I connected. I got to find out about what you're doing with your podcast. Do you want to put in a plug right now?
Oh, yeah. So with another friend of mine, we started a podcast called Just Gigabit. And it's got play on words with the gigabyte, different sizes of memory and so on. But Just Gigabit and the gig economy, and how many of us have pivoted from previous careers into careers that are using AI, and oftentimes taking on something completely new than what we were doing before, or a piece of what we were doing before in a new way. I definitely want to talk with you about some of the ideas that we had for you on and taking your career in these new directions. And what we continue to hear from the leaders in this space are that it's not AI that's going to take your job. It's someone else using AI better than you that's going to take over your job, or going to take the role that you're applying for too, right? So I think that is so true. And it's only through our human connections that we're really going to learn how to do this correctly, how to do this in a way where we can all succeed.
Yeah. So that's where HOWL comes in,
Yes.
is that we, I don't, I want to see people out there that are saying, you know what? I don't like AI. I am never getting into an autonomous vehicle. I don't want to use it. Oh, it makes you dumb. There is all of these things that I'm sure you've heard. I've definitely heard friends, families, people when you're traveling around. And I understand where they're coming from. I understand that we want to have that human connection, those experiences, use our intelligence, have that journey. And I think that there's a way to maintain that and make it even stronger with this. We as humans have to come together as a pack and howl. So here's a moment we're going to howl together. Howl! Let's howl together and own the whole loop. And the way we can do that is these kinds of stories. Reach out to people, step outside, talk to people, know that AI is there, and just learn a little bit about it. And this is what I did with Todd. I had a conversation with him. Then he started sharing what he's doing. And oh, Bhakti, you know what? You should start your own. Now I'm super excited because I want to talk about human owning the whole loop, whether you're in accessibility, a female, groups, individuals, teams, all of it. I want to share those stories where it opened up just a little bit for you to be curious and find out more, because that's what happened to me. Is that, Todd, you showed me some of the tools and I started going out there and using them. And next thing you know is, as a result of your mentoring and guidance, I created our splash page. So that came from using AI. But the vision and the idea came from myself and working with another partner. And so that is what I want to do, is make sure that we have that connection, that empathy, that collaboration, and grow from it. and use that to make yourself excel at what it is that you're trying to do. So that's one of many stories that we're going to share here.
That's great. No, I love it. And just one of the things that, again, you brought up was this idea of pivoting. And I'm so proud of you for being brave enough. And sometimes that's all it takes is to just try something and you put yourself out there and you start to get better at it. The first time that I did the Just Gigabit podcast with my friend Mike, I was nervous as heck, right? We talked about that. I had my script right next to me and Mike kept telling me, don't read the script, right? Just be yourself. But it takes a while. You have to get comfortable with it. And then by the third or fourth time now, it's like old hat. It's like just sitting down with somebody with a glass of wine or a beer and having a conversation with them. And so that's what it is. You just have to get over the fear, know that you're going to be learning and try different things, right? And, so for me, when I pivoted out of Microsoft, I knew that the layoff was coming. I chose to actually go a different route and kind of take things into my own hands.
Yeah.
And as you remember, the way that I handled it. And then I tried to run my own business for a while, doing consulting and coaching of people, helping them to find their new jobs. And then I started realizing that there's all sorts of startups that could use some of the knowledge that I have around pitching. And then I would use AI to help to create these pitches and these different decks. And I could coach people on how to give a pitch presentation. And so that's what I've been doing. I'm working with 4 or 5 different startups, helping them to get that first seed round of funding. And then that's how I hope to get to a stage where I'm earning a steady income again. So it's different than what we used to do in the past, where we would go out on LinkedIn and we would get our resume all polished, or we would personalize it for every opportunity that we thought we would want to go for. I'm sure you've done that too, right?
Yeah.
And after about 200 or 300 times and not landing anything, I decided, okay, I've got to try something else. I need to pivot, right?
Yeah.
So that was my inspiration. That was my reasoning for wanting to do it. And what were yours?
Todd, thank you so much for sharing that. Before I share my inspiration, I think for this podcast, it was clearly you. You get all kudos here. But tying right back to that, the human owning the whole loop, look, it was because we overlapped at Microsoft for maybe a short while, but we built a relationship that even though we weren't working on a project together, we were on the same team and there was a connection we made. I out to you and I saw you on LinkedIn and made a comment. We just connected quickly. We were able to connect. And that in itself is an example of how we humans have to own this. It's that ownership of taking the step of continuing to put the work and effort into relationships, into connections. And
Yes.
from it, some things like this can happen. And that is the beauty of it. That doesn't mean that I didn't use AI to help me. It doesn't mean I'm not going to. It means that keep that human part going and then use this tool to help make things happen. And so to answer your question, pivoting moment for me has been definitely as the layoff happened, it's, oh, okay. And then the market here, it is really a brutal market out there. It's brutal out here. I'm going to quote Olivia Rodrigo here. It is. And I just said, you know what? I'm going to take this time to learn new things. I'm going to take this time to step into that dark cloud that you're kind of sometimes not confident and comfortable with, and just get in there and do it. Who cares? Just do it. And I can tell you that you have continued to inspire me, and watching some other folks. I'm a big fan of Moonshot. Love that. That was because of you. And just learning more and more, it really excited me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do my own podcast. Let's do it. And so to me, It's taking this moment to experience something that I would not have done otherwise. And there are tools that are going to help me along the way. And they are part AI, part me using those tools and my vision and ideas and working, collaborating with others and collaborating with AI to make it happen.
Yeah,
So,
that's great.
yeah.
And it's a mindset, right? It's overcoming the fear and doubt that you can do something. But ultimately, what Mike and I discussed, why are we doing this? These days, you have to do more than just have a sharp resume, a good LinkedIn profile. You have to do more, right? And you have to kind of build your brand. And I've been seeing how other people are doing it without revealing too much of how they're using the different tools. But doing a podcast shows people that you can be a speaker. You can get out in front of a group and you can talk about these intelligently. And I think it's an ability to also interview people is hugely important in the business world today, because we both know that the new role that most people are going to need to play is a manager role. Even if you're not a manager of people, ultimately, your ability to give direction and be clear in your thinking and put yourself out there, that I think that those are the types of people that are going to be managing AI agents at some point in the future too. So there's just so many reasons why this was a great decision for both of us.
Yeah, I agree. So, Todd, before we wrap up this first episode, is there anything else you want to add here?
I think one of the things that we're going to do as we move through these different podcasts is to show people how we are doing this, because I think it's important for people to know some of the steps. And I'm about to walk Bhakti through the process that I've been following to get my Just Gigabit podcasts from this recording stage out into the YouTube universe and then promoted and so on. And these are the same types of things that anyone can learn. This is something that you and I can do together, is help people to do this sort of thing if they want. And then I also imagine you're planning on having a variety of guests on who are going to share their thoughts around the HOWL and mindset and pivoting, right? Isn't that correct? Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I'm super excited about the future of this, and I would love to join you again.
Oh, Todd, you have an open invitation. I am so grateful. And that's exactly what this is about, is how do we take small steps to come together as a pack? Because AI is going to keep moving. It's not stopping. What role do you want us humans to experience and play in this loop? Join us and let's howl together.
That's right.
And get on this journey and own AI along the way. So signing off with a howl. And until our next episode, I am very grateful for your time. And if you liked what you're hearing, please click on that subscribe button or a thumbs up. Give us something, comments, good, bad. I need to hear them all, because that is exactly how I'm going to be able to improve this and get those stories. I do have a few that I'm really excited about to share with you. So I hope you will join us on the next episode as we continue to share our journeys through AI and maintain the human in the whole loop. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Bhakti.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for your time, Todd. Bye.